Hey, Myron.
They only sell you what's in your best interest.
Come on.
Now, Solomon said he was the richest man who ever lived. He was the wealthiest man who ever lived. So that tells me he probably knew what he was talking about.
Correct.
Not to mention the fact he was under the inspiration of the Holy Spirit. So that like signs seals the deal. Here's what Solomon said. Solomon said, if I have something good, I have a moral obligation. Everybody say moral obligation.
Moral
I have
obligation.
a moral obligation to sell it to as many people as possible. And if I don't, if I've got something good and I don't do everything in my power to sell it to you, then I'm cheating you. That's a different perspective, isn't it? And I ain't gonna cheat you. Now I'm gonna tell you one thing right now. I am not gonna cheat you out of the good stuff that I have for you. I'm gonna do everything in my power to sell it to you, and you ought to do it the same exact thing. Now, so that's one. If I have something good, I have a moral obligation to sell it to as many people as possible. Now, one of the reasons people have a hard time selling, probably the biggest reason people have a hard time selling, which is even bigger than thinking that it's immoral, is the idea that they expect people not to want to buy from them.
Yeah.
Which is shocking to me. Because we got something good, of course you're going to want to buy it. What else would they want to do? I expect everybody to buy everything I sell all the time, every time.
Me too.
Because it's so good.
Come on.
Like, how did you make it this far in life without it anyway?
Come on now.
I'm serious. Does that really sound funny? Like, this stuff is so good. I'm not selling. I don't need to sell you something so I can make some money. I got plenty of money. But I ain't going to give it to you because if I give it to you, you ain't going to use it. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to help y'all have a paradigm shift. How many of y'all ready for a paradigm shift? Say yes?
Yes.
Okay. I want 10 people who've never seen me do a training ever in your life, ever before, come stand with me right now. 10 people. Never seen me do a training before, come stand with me right now. There you go. That's what's up. Give it up for these folks as they come. Come on, y'all. Clap for them like you mean it. Clap for them like you mean it. There you go. That was about 10. I'm not going to count it. That looks like 10. Y'all move on down this way, son. Y'all come on down here. Now, you can slide on down, slide on down, slide on down. Y'all never saw me do a training anyway. Well, y'all been all right. So, now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Now, I need y'all to promise me that you will not help them. Say, I promise.
I promise.
I won't help them.
I won't help.
Now, if you help them, you lie. Okay? Now, they're not going to help you. This is like your own individual test. Are y'all nervous? Is he going to Xenerchi us? No. I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to check your knowledge about this. The first question that I have for you, I'm going to make sure that everybody can see it. Okay, everybody can see it. Can everybody see it? Everybody sees it? Okay, here's the question I have for you. What is this? Don't answer too fast. What do I have in my hand? Okay, everybody had a chance to think about it? Tell me, what do I have?
Federal Reserve note.
A Federal Reserve note. What's your name? Constance, you go ahead with your bad self, girl. Constance, very good. Somebody else. What do I have in my hand? A promissory note. Very good. What's your name? Phil. I met you yesterday. Phil, how you doing? Good. I'm excellent, man. Good to see you. So, somebody else. What do I have? Come on, y'all. A vehicle. Very good. Very good. Somebody else. Independence. Ooh, we're diving into creativity. We're diving into creativity. Somebody else. A tool. Who said tool? Ooh, my man. What's up? Somebody else. What do I have? What is it? A way? A way? Ooh, like that? Oh, did y'all see that? A way. Okay, now, that's question number one. Did everybody answer? Who didn't answer? Yes. Y'all think we y'all here so we can take risks in y'all? Exactly, what do I got in my hand? A piece of paper, very good. Ken? Piece of paper two. Piece of paper two. Okay. Did you answer that?
Actually, I was thinking tool.
A tool. But that's okay. You can say it anyway.
Mints.
What's that?
Mints.
Mint? Mint? Means. It's that Texas accent. That's what it is. Thank you from Texas. He's from Austin. Okay. So, all right. What is it? Power. I like it. Okay, so everybody can do it now. Oh. I thought you answered. You didn't answer? What do I have in my hand? Opportunity. Very good. Okay, so that's very good. Give me my hand, y'all. Give me my hand. Give me my hand. Okay. here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to ask y'all another question. And you answer whatever you believe the answer is coming up. Okay, ready? How many of you believe that other people love to give you money? How many of you? Yeah? Okay. Let me ask you a different question. How many of you believe that other people love to give you money? Yeah? Oh, you're really sending us. Okay. How many of you believe that other people love to give you money? How many of you believe that other people love to give you money? How many of you up here in the front believe that other people love to give you money? How many of you up here in the front believe that other people love to give you money? How many of you really, really, really believe that other people love to give you money? How many of you really, 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 really believe that other people love to give you money? How many of you up here in the front believe that other people love to give you money? How many of you? Now I've got a different question for y'all. Y'all still, I'm going to ask y'all another question. What is... Now y'all got to work with me. This is my game. They ain't going to try to tell me who's my game. They don't know who they're dealing with, do they? They don't know. What is this? Somebody tell me. What is it? What did you say? Money.
It's half of what I just got.
Half of what you got. Your money, that's good. Okay. $2. Can everybody see it? What is it? Come on, talk to me, y'all. Y'all use it up all the time. They don't use it out. What is it?
It's another promissory note.
Another promissory note. Okay. Now, other than constants, I want to ask y'all a different question. How many of you believe, really, that other people love to give you money? How many of you believe? Oh, okay. I'm a true believer. You know, after you get one true believer, the other true believers come faster.
Yeah. They only get half as much. And I'll be quiet.
I was about to say, now, one of us going to do the seminar. And it could be you. Okay. Now, other than Constance, Sister Hamilton, I want to ask y'all a question. How many of you believe that other people love to give you money? How many of you believe that other people love to give you money?
Yeah, really?
I'm going to help you with that. I'm going to help you understand why you stop. Okay, I'm not going to do that right this minute.
Good.
But I'm going to help you understand why you stop. By the way, y'all are representative of everybody in this room.
That's right.
This is not to embarrass you. This is to help you understand you.
Actually, I would move the first time. So.
Other than, who just got to David? Other than David, I'm David. Now, so, here's what I'm going to do. I can kind of do everything I want to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, then I did 12. Okay, I'm cool with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a book for helping me. And I'm going to give you one for helping me. I'm going to give you one for helping me. I'm going to give you one for helping me. Give you one for helping me. I'm going to give you one for helping me. I'm going to give you one for helping me. I'm going to give you one for helping me. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm going to give you one for helping me.
Thank you.
I'm going to give you one for helping me. Answer. Very good. Very good. Now, here's what I'm going to ask y'all to do. The people who got the money, stay up here. The rest of it, give them a hand as they go back to the seat. We got the 20, right? Who got the 10? 10. I want y'all to switch places. Who got the 5? Y'all switch places. You stay there, Constance. Okay, y'all switch places. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to teach you about what's going on inside of you at the moment of profitability every single time. I asked that question about 13 times. How many of you believe that other people love to give you money? How many of you believe that other people love to give you money? Hands went up. Why? Because our programming is to raise our hand and not take action. Our programming is
Come on now.
to say something and do nothing.
Come on, Myron. Work it. Work it.
And so that's what we do. We act like we believe things we don't really believe. And what happens is, I want you to understand from this day forward for the rest of your life, this principle. Repeat after me. I don't believe
what I say I believe.
I only believe
I only believe
what I do.
what I do.
I don't believe
I don't believe
what I say I believe.
what I say I believe.
I only believe
I only believe
what I do.
what I do.
By the way, I want you to understand something. In order for you to change your belief, you have to expose yourself to new information more than just once.
That's right.
That's
You
good.
notice I asked that question 13 times. That's why some of you have never accomplished the things you want in your life. Why? Because you read a book about success once and you thought because you read it, that means you deserve it. But you didn't expose yourself to it enough. You've listened to a success CD once and you thought that because you listened to it once that you deserved the success, but you didn't even let it impact you enough for you to take new action. I hope I ain't talking too fast. So what happens is we go to a seminar, we hear somebody speak, we watch all these other people succeed. I don't know what the difference is between me and them. The difference is I've got CD programs that I've listened to 100 times.
That's right.
Changed the programming that I got from the time I was knee-high to a grad level till I was 45 years old.
Yeah. Oh.
It took a lot of programming. It took a lot of deprogramming before I could have some reprogramming.
Come on.
How many of y'all understand what I'm talking about? Say yes?
Yes.
So the first thing I want you to understand is you don't believe what you say you believe. You only believe what you do. That's number one. Number two is there is a principle in business. It's called first mover advantage. What's it called?
First mover advantage.
Here's what first mover advantage says: that the person who moves first in a new environment, the person who moves first in a field, they get more. They don't just get a little more; they get twice as much, 3 times as much, 5 times as much, 10 times as much, 100 times as much as the people who come in second.
Say that, Myron. Say it. Say it.
So you gotta, like there's no time like, bro, you gotta act now. People walk through life and they're like, well, I'll get to it when I get to it. People say, is this a get-rich-quick scheme? You better hope so. You ain't gonna be here long enough to get rich slow.